So it's kind of annoying that I'm going to talk about this, but um, I just have some observations. I have some thoughts to share. It's worth talking about. I was journaling about it and then realized like it is too much to write. So I thought I would just sit down and make a movie and make a video. And this is going to be like very chill, probably very random. And it's just going to be about the virus. I don't even like to say it because I don't like hype. I don't like fear mongering. I don't like contributing to the energy of this thing that's happening. I don't really even like news. So this is out of the norm for me, but I kind of wanted to explore the various thoughts and feelings I have about all this. As of right now, it is a Tuesday and I'm working from home because my work is shut down, pretty much like everything else. And I want to talk about all of this because I'm amazed. I'm in awe. I guess you could say in the most sublime way. I'm an introvert. I love to be at home. I've had a great day at home so far. And all the time I'm like, I always wish there were more opportunities that the world could just stop, that the world could just take a break, that we could just go home. You know, sometimes we have tornado weather days or snow weather days, but we never have like a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, so work is closed, you know? And I've even been thinking about how on Christmas and Thanksgiving and things that are supposed to be the most important days, things still don't close. And sometimes I get overwhelmed at the idea that we never stop. Businesses never stop, organizations never stop, and there's just never a break. And personally, that weighs a lot on me. Not to sound lazy, but I just wish we could all retreat inward a little bit more, and not always be going, working, buying all the time. So, in some aspect, this lockdown, shutdown, quarantine, whatever you want to call it, is really, it's all I ever wanted. Now, I don't want to make light of the situation. I know a lot of people are very afraid, very sick, or have passed away, or their family member has passed away. I know it's serious, but I can't help but see the good in this, some of the good in this. But seriously, like all winter, I'm always like, oh my God, I hope we get a snow day. I hope we get a snow day. I want school to close. I want school to close. We did have a flood day, but I'm always like, oh, I love that treat. Like in college, I love that treat of class being canceled. I love the treat of work being delayed or work being canceled. I don't know why. I just love that gift of time. So there was a meme that was like, I've been social distancing and staying at home. I've been preparing for this moment all my life. And I feel that to some degree as an introvert. And going along with that, I see something beautiful when everyone cares about something for once. When it's gonna snow here, everybody cares. Everybody goes to the store. Everybody like makes sure they have plans and make sure they have stuff in order. Everybody cares for a moment. And even when we have a natural disaster, you see everybody affected and everybody cares. And sometimes even the most ice cold person, like they can't pretend they don't care. And you see this right now. Nobody can pretend they are unaffected by what's going on. And I don't want to say I get a thrill, but it's that sublime feeling. I get this sublime feeling when you see everyone under a blanket of being affected by something. In a way, it's kind of unifying. And you have seen a lot of, I mean, you've seen a lot of selfishness, but you have seen generosity and support within communities. Yeah, all I ever wish for is a break. And a global break is something I never would have imagined possible, but it's happening. And like I was telling Zach, we didn't even go home on September 11th. We went back to algebra class on September 11th. Like, we've never made anything this serious before. And I know September 11th wasn't a contagion, but still, you know what I mean? Like, we would never, ever close and cancel things. Like, this is ridiculous. So, obviously, we've seen people like panicking and hoarding and shopping and freaking out. I haven't I haven't bought anything that I wouldn't normally be buying. I haven't stocked up on anything or like bought something out of the ordinary. But like you see this like fear and panic, and it's all people are talking about. It is so annoying. I haven't even been on Instagram today because I'm just sick of seeing and hearing about all of this. And it's weird as someone who doesn't really care much about like I said, news and fear programming and stuff like that. It's weird to see that it is still on my mind. It's got this uncertainty about it that makes you a little like nervous, like asking what ifs all the time. I even had a moment the other day where it just felt lonely and I felt panicky just for a brief moment. And I don't know why. I'm probably just picking up on the world's anxiety or something. But I had to like bring myself back and put on something funny to watch. But it is really easy to get caught up in all this. And then my friends will be like sending me screenshots of like statistics. And they're like, oh, it's far from over. You better stock up on food right now. And like, I'm like, can you just post that to Facebook and quit sending me fear? I don't know. It's hard to know how to act, but I know we all have more food than we think. We can all live without toilet paper for longer than we think. And the way things are being changed, events are getting postponed and canceled and stuff. It's postponed. They're postponed. It's future focus. So we're all under the impression that in the near future, like everything's going to go back to normal. So I'm trying to just remember that, like, there's that expectation that, like, in a couple months, we'll be back to it. How else is this affecting me? Well, I'm not a germaphobe, and I'm still not a germaphobe. I've always, like, in my job, I do have a social distance from people. I'm in an office, but I am thinking more germophobically because I'm paranoid about everyone else's paranoia. So if I cough, I'm like, they're all freaking out because I just coughed. Or I feel like they're listening for how long I wash my hands and like just like watching what I touch and like, so I'm being more mindful of everyone else's germophobia, but it just like makes me not want to speak or touch things sometimes when I'm around people. So yeah, I love that businesses are being closed. And I have the utmost respect for the organizations that are finding a way to pay their employees during this time. That is so awesome. And I'm fortunate enough to be in that situation. And reading about retailers who are shutting down and finding a way to pay their employees is so awesome. And I feel for people who are working in grocery stores, people who are doing custodial work, people who are doing healthcare, because that's not going to slow down and they can't necessarily close. And the people who are making sure our utilities are running. That is all awesome and amazing. And I do feel for those people because everyone doesn't get a break. And everyone doesn't want a break, I know, but I do keep wondering what kind of good is going to come of this. This is the ultimate kick in the butt to get people to realize that, as the popular meme says, meetings can be emails. Also, jobs can be remote. More jobs than we like to think can be remote. And my dream is working from home one day. And so I feel like this is a good step in the right direction because people are being forced to work from home now. And it's going to make organizations realize their limits, like how far they actually can push to get people working from home, which, of course, in turn saves on utilities, saves on transportation. I read somewhere that emissions in China have decreased drastically, which, if that is true, that is a plus side. I read an article that work productivity in China increased a great deal once people started working remotely. If that's true, awesome. I know I'd be more productive if I was working from home. This might teach people to be a little more content with what they have and where they are, to be a little bit more resourceful. I feel like in a lot of ways, the recession of 2008 and this virus will have similar effects in some degree in terms of like frugality, making things last, not going out just to go out, all that kind of stuff. Social distancing, I'm a big fan of. Like, and being a woman, it's kind of hard because when people like want to hug you, or you just want to like shake their hand and then they don't want to shake your hand because you're a girl, and it's always like awkward making physical contact with people. And now it's just not a thing anymore unless you do the elbow, which I love that. So these thoughts are like not in order or anything, but this feels like a movie. Like I'm hearing words like quarantine, restricted areas, like travel bans, infected, all these words. It does sound like a movie. It sounds like a zombie movie and it feels like a movie. And I keep asking myself, like, is this for real? This is actually happening? Am I dreaming? Is this a joke? Because this is unprecedented. Nothing like this has ever happened before. Ever. And I cannot believe that we all are affected in the same way. Like, we're all being forced to do or stop doing certain things. That's incredible. There's probably nobody in this country, I don't know. I don't want to say it, but there's probably very few people that don't know what's going on right now. That's incredible. And it's been really interesting because I follow people on social media from many other countries, and a lot of them are going through the same exact crap, like no work, out of toilet paper, like all that kind of stuff. It's so fascinating. This has literally changed and affected everything. Everyone has to do crisis management now. Everybody has to have contingency plans and emergency plans and all that kind of stuff. Even churches aren't meeting. I've never seen something so global. People are having to completely restructure their operations. And from this point forward, everyone's going to have a plan of what to do if they have to go remote again. It's crazy. How many times I'm going to say crazy? I don't know. And since I do have an MBA, I've thought a lot about supply and demand. I've thought a lot about logistics and profit, and just, the toilet paper industry is probably booming right now. If it can be, if the logistics allow. Yeah, just like everybody else, when we went to the grocery store and everything's wiped clean. We had to buy like organic milk because all the like standard milk, eggs, bread, everything is just gone. We were just simply grocery shopping because, we were out of milk or whatever. we weren't stocking. And I kind of felt the urge to stock today. Like, should I just go stock up on stuff? I don't know. I don't know if I am. I mean, I wouldn't hoard, but, get a little bit more food in case we can't go back to the store for a while or what have you. I mean, my inventory is very well monitored. I make sure I have like a little bit of back stock of everything that's important. And it's funny, people always make fun of the doomsday preppers or whatever, but now the doomsday people are probably like, this is my time. This is what we were prepared for. What now? Who's laughing now? Again, I don't want to be like I'm not trying to make light of this. People are dying. And my heart goes out to those affected in that way. But it's hard to know how to act. We can't simply be somber about all this. There has to be a sense of humor. There has to be looking for the good. There has to be all of that. So again, I don't mean any disrespect, but I'm just exploring the thoughts and feelings that are happening in my head. Okay, another thing that has crossed my mind through all of this is the whole like quarantine, the whole staying at home thing. I have plenty to do, and I just am shocked and appalled as an introvert. Sorry, I'm saying that again. That people don't know how to be at home. They're like, oh my God, what do I do? I need a book. I'm like, vacuum your floor, scrub your baseboards, draw a picture, watch a movie, play a video game, listen to some music. Like, be creative, be constructive, be productive. Like, I have an infinite amount of things to do here at the house, and I get frustrated that people are whining about it because, like, isn't that why you have a home? To be in it? For that to be, like, the place you want to be most, your sanctuary? And I guess I'm seeing people being ungrateful for the fact they have a home and they have the chance to be in it. But, how they feel about staying at home is really not my problem because I love being at home. I've had a great day already. I made breakfast. I cleaned a little bit. I watched some TV. I played outside. I took some photographs, and now I'm filming a YouTube video. Like, I'm really good. I guess resourceful would be a word. I'm really resourceful when it comes to filling my time, which I just made a ramble video about that the other day. But it's just kind of like, oh, and another thing you can do, for as long as we have internet, that is, and electricity, is you can exercise. There are so many exercise videos on YouTube. You can do yoga, you can do bodyweight workouts, you can do dance, you can do cardio. Like, y'all, you can get ahead of your housework. Okay, so 2020 had a really scary astrological forecast. I listened to a few podcasts that said, like, it's going to be kind of rough. But I was like, whatever, like, it might be bad on the macro scale, or it might be bad for a lot of people, but it's going to be good for me. Like, I've got a lot of good stuff coming up, and 2019 was great, and I'm going to carry that over into 2020. Like, I'm not going to have a bad year. And I just kind of felt like the macro couldn't affect me. And it's hilarious in a way. As you can see, I'm taking it well. That I had 3 concerts planned, and they have all been canceled. Like, 3 concerts that were happening this month and next. Suicide Commando, The Birthday Massacre, and Riding Christ with Borknagar. They all got canceled. And I was like, and it was like a week after Zach was just saying, like, 2020 is going to be awesome. Like, look at all this cool stuff we're going to do. And then it all got canceled. It's funny because I was so cocky about it. Like, 2020 is not going to suck for me. And I wouldn't say it sucks, but the macro has affected me, which is crazy. We also have a beach trip coming, and I don't know if that's going to get canceled or what. It's in May. And that's another thing is you don't know how long this is going to last. But yeah, when it got canceled, or at first, like, I was having a feeling it might get canceled. So this all came on gradually. It wasn't ever sudden. So it wasn't like a jab to my heart. But it was just kind of like, think it's gonna get canceled. And then it does. And then I'm like, ugh, that sucks. But that's it. You know, like, I just took it well. I don't know why. I think that's like all I really wanted to say. Um, this is a rest time for everyone, and I think we should all take it as that. Refresh, reset, catch up, reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your life. It's been interesting because every day has felt like Friday because you never know when your last day of work is. It's just everything feels a little bit more optional, which feels more relaxed to me. There's less going on. I can leave my windows open now and it's peaceful outside because there aren't cars speeding up and down my street constantly. It's just peaceful and quiet and slower, and I'm trying to use this time to take that rest that I've always wanted so badly. And it's amazing that this is basically a worldwide prescription. Stay home and rest. So what am I gonna do? Play video games, clean my house, be creative, exercise, get outside, lay out in the sun, hopefully make YouTube videos. I have a lot of stuff here at the house and creatively that I've been putting off that now I'm gonna have a chance to focus on. And I do have to work a little bit. I have to go in to do some accounts payable, and Zach's still working because he's in a semi healthcare field. And we're all just taking it day by day. It's so crazy. We don't know when this is gonna end, but we have cases in my county. And it's not even the virus. It's not even the virus that I'm scared of. It's like the changes, the ripples, I don't know, the changes that will be affected by the virus. Like what if we lose power? What if we don't have groceries? What if we lose water? All that kind of stuff. That's the stuff where I'm just like, or how long is this going to happen? What if we find financial trouble? And those are the what ifs. But I've talked enough. I think I said everything I wanted to say. Sorry if I stopped looking at the camera and just started. I'm always just like gazing into the nothing, and people think I'm looking at something. Anyway, I might turn off comments on this. I don't know. I would be open to discussion. So how about if you guys understand that I mean no disrespect, if you guys don't post fearful stuff, and if you guys are polite, then I will leave comments on. But otherwise, I'll turn them off. So that's how I feel right now as of St. Patrick's Day in the middle of the coronavirus crisis. Stay safe, everyone. Bye.